you have staked your reputation and tenure on artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I have. So we have placed, and I think that there are pivotal points in everybody's history, you will have to make a decision like that. And we have made that decision. And by the way, the reason I got to tell you this, the reason I don't call it artificial intelligence, it would be much easier to say, by the way.
Right.
Yeah,
cognitive.
and spell, all of the above, yes, I've heard this from everyone. I know. And so, but it is a little bit of history in that it is really about man and machine. And I know there's various views about this. And AI can have a loaded set of kind of connotations with it.
Well, destroying the earth, yeah.
And it can, but we're saying, well, more than that, jobs, many other things
I'll be asking if
that
that's
people
the case later.
bring up, that topic. But I think the point was, it was man and machine. And we get started on this, you know, Kara, it was 2005 when we started our work on this. So we've been at this a good decade now. And it started because we said, look, people are going to be overloaded. There's so much information, this cognitive overload. You've got to do something about it. And that's what started us down this path. And therefore, this really true belief that you will make better decisions and you will, in fact, solve problems that haven't been solved before, which is why, good or bad, we picked the first thing was healthcare. It is the most, I mean, I would have to ask everyone, does everyone think, I mean, there's not even really a system around it, right? It is so dysfunctional. And there's so much waste, 8 trillion, a third of it's waste. And so
let's talk about that decision to go into AI. Talk about why that was the decision to do so. And you know, when Watson first did the chess thing in 2011, a little bit of press and hype and stuff like that. But you were definitely early. But there's an expression, the plains are covered with the bodies of pioneers.
Yeah.
Now, Google's in this, Amazon in this, everybody is in this area. And even being first was something that caught a lot of people's attention. How do you turn that into a business, an actual business?
Well, it's actually already,
I mean, it's nice to have
already a business.
Yes, I got that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that transitioning from, ooh, isn't it cool, the computer beat the chess guy, which is fun again.
And then Jeopardy,
Yeah,
because chess was really quite
Jeopardy.
a long, and chess has many
Jeopardy,
more,
right.
yeah, you were thinking Jeopardy, because chess is many more mathematically determined. That's just horsepower you need to do chess. And so, but that's not true with Jeopardy. Jeopardy's open domain, so it's infinite answers, and so very different set of issues that are there. So, you know, when you say why and can it be a business, right? This goes back to, well, I think it can be an everyday impact. Actually, I would say in 5 years, there is no doubt in my mind that cognitive AI will impact every decision made. 5 years, in some way, in some sense, right? And so it can be everyday stuff. And when you say make it a business, I mean, just look at healthcare, education. I look at what we've done in financial services, and I can see what clients are doing. There's so much room. I was with a client last week, big manufacturer. And if you go in any manufacturing plant, 300 different processes, he said to me, so they took regular working, and then they took Watson through it. And he said the 5 things they pointed out, our guys would never, ever, ever have found
That Watson
to fix
pointed
these.
out.
That Watson, it's regression through. Because I would say one thing that's really important for everyone thinking about this in the future of AI, a couple things. It's easy to think about, okay, you have to deal with unstructured data. Mary talked about natural language. But it's not just that, and it's not just images. It's going to have to be domain knowledge, and that this ability to understand, reason, and learn. And if you can do that in a domain, you're in a way different world. It's not like being a jack of all trades on a really thin thing. This is going down the path, if you're an oncologist, how can you look at an EMR, look at x-rays, look at all the knowledge that's been printed out there, form hypotheses, decide your level of confidence. And what experts want, what you and I want when we make a decision, you don't want to be told the answer. You want to see, here's the different reasons, here's how I thought about it, here's the evidence that proves it. Hey, when you're being treated for cancer, you may not want your hair to fall out. That may mean a lot to you. So there is no right or wrong answer. So I see this world that this is going to help us deal with the gray area.